The 7, I'm Don Hudson. It's good to be with you. We want to get things started off by taking a look at the big 7 stories topping the list tonight. The 6 storm team telling us to be weather aware. We've been following a wave of storms across the state, bringing in heavy rain at times. Those storms arrived in East Tennessee around mid-afternoon. This was the view at 2:30 from 6 on your side reporter Dominic Webster's dash camera near Harriman. Really coming down there. By 3 this afternoon, the rain had made it down to the valley. You're looking at video from just outside our studio along Broadway in North Knoxville. No shortage of water. And we're seeing some damage left behind as the storms move on. Viewer Jason Cleveland shared these pictures showing a tree and that went down, snapped in half basically. A trampoline also blown into a gazebo, plus tree limbs knocked down onto an above-ground pool. Now, the storm system caused problems this morning to our west. This is video from Memphis, where actually Interstate 55 was shut down for hours. Rising floodwater made it nearly impassable at a spot where there was a low-lying roadway and some construction work that allowed all that water to rise and to rise quickly there. All right, so what can we expect in our area for the hours ahead? Chief Meteorologist Ken Weathers is standing by in the Storm Center with that information after seeing all that damage, Ken.
Yeah, Don, pretty quiet, thankfully, as we go through the next couple of hours. The steadiest rainfall continues to move out as well. That's moving over into the Carolinas, but we're not completely done with the shower and storm threat yet. Yes, we've got several hours now. In fact, through the next several hours between now and just past midnight, it should be mainly dry other than a random shower or some low-lying clouds, fog, and drizzle. But until the cold front moves through tomorrow, we still have an opportunity for some showers and storms. So what I'm looking at now, best chance of rains between about 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's the next batch that rolls through. Heavy rainfall, certainly the biggest concern. That could lead to some isolated flooding, definitely some standing water on some of the roadways as well, but can't rule out some gusty winds. I think the better bet, though, would be a little further south, especially from about Blount County southward. So Loudoun, Blount, Monroe, McMinn, maybe a slightly better opportunity there. So here's where we are by midnight tonight through 3 a.m. Just a random shower, maybe a rumble of thunder, but look how quickly they start to blossom as we get closer to sunrise. This is 6 a.m. through 9 a.m. and some of this rainfall is going to be locally heavy. Thankfully, it's moving fairly quickly, and by lunchtime, the majority of the area is starting to dry out. But again, heavy rainfall certainly could be a concern in some spots from what's already fallen and then what's to come for tomorrow. But again, much quieter by the afternoon, staying mild in the upper 60s, but it does get a little cooler later in the week. I'll talk more about that coming up in just a minute, Don.
All right, Ken, thank you very much. Now, remember, you can stay up to date, up to speed on weather conditions wherever you are, whenever you're there. Free weather app. We have it available. What you want to do is go up to that screen with your phone, scan that QR code, or if you can't do that right now, you can go to Weather Knoxville in the App Store or Google Play so that you'll have our weather app at all times. All right, more weather-related issues as well in our next Big 7 story, this time from the bitter cold around Christmas weekend. Like a lot of area homes and businesses, buildings around the UT Knoxville campus sustained damage from water leaking out of burst frozen pipes. Now, the university shared these pictures with us as you're seeing behind me. They show that the 12 buildings where UT lists major damage ranging from physics and engineering buildings on the Hill to 3 dorms, a pair of sorority houses. There's another 10 buildings that had minor damage. Repairs have been made to 15 campus buildings. UT says facilities and public safety crews worked through Christmas weekend, taking 12-hour shifts, walking from building to try to spot any broken water lines before they caused a whole lot of flooding. UT says dozens of leaks caused damage of varying degrees. A disaster recovery company has been called in to help with the cleanup and make sure facilities are safe to use. The university is telling campus workers to report damage to office or lab equipment once they return to campus this week, and predicting a significant insurance claim by the time this thing gets all worked out. All right, a big story on a lot of people's minds and really in a lot of people's hearts tonight. Pro football players heart-stopping on the field. Now, the family of injured Bills player Damar Hamlin releasing a statement for the first time since he collapsed while he was on the field last night. Hamlin went down shortly after a hit with Bengals wide receiver and Oak Ridge High School graduate T. Higgins. Hamlin got up for a few seconds, took a couple steps, and then collapsed back to the turf.
He's fighting. He's a fighter. The family's in good spirits. We're honestly just taking it minute by minute, hour by hour.
Now, the NFL is in contact with Hamlin's medical team. The league's commissioner is saying that the Bills-Bengals game, where this all happened last night, will not be resumed this week. All right, that shocking health crisis leads to our next big story. What you need to know if you ever find yourself witnessing something similar, if you're in that area, or maybe you were the one that needs to respond. Well, James Pesterfield teaches some of the courses at the East Tennessee chapter of the American Red Cross and has an advanced EMT license. He says a cardiac arrest can happen to really anyone, anywhere, at any time. Pesterfield says that CPR can double or even triple the chance of survival.
CPR is extremely critical. Even if it's somebody who is not proficiently trained in it, early implementation increases survivability a lot. When somebody's dropped down, the first thing you do is you actually stop down. And what we do is called tap shouting. Tap, hey, are you okay? Can you hear me? Then you turn around, you check for breathing. When there's no breathing, you go ahead and start with compressions.
Now, Pesterfield says there are two really key numbers to remember. 2 breaths and then 30 compressions, and then repeat that until emergency crews arrive. Keep oxygen in the blood for the person who is on the ground or has suffered a heart attack. We posted more information on Red Cross's CPR classes, when, where, how you can get a hold of them with this story, WATE.com. Right, next at 7, a UT Medical Center expert's perspective on so many people facing one illness or another. The hospital's infectious disease specialist says that he's seeing flu season slowly trending down. That echoes what we told you about yesterday, with the CDC showing Tennessee still at a very high flu activity level, but actually down from where the state stood last month. RSV is also trending down, but the number of COVID cases needing hospital treatment is increasing. That adds up to a lot of work for hospital staff and a strain on resources.
So there were 3 circulating viruses at the same time that put a lot of pressure on healthcare settings and hospitals, a lot of clinic visits with influenza-like illness, and it was really challenging for a good portion of that 6 or 8 weeks span.
Now, something to look out for with these 3 conditions, how you can tell which one you're actually facing. RSV tends to come with wheezing. Taste and smell loss tends to be unique with COVID-19, and flu patients generally come with a higher fever and more muscle pains, but that can also be part of COVID. The only way to really be sure is testing, and at that point, a doctor can give you the different treatment options depending on what exactly you are suffering from. All right, we're following up on a case that we brought you last week as part of our big 7 stories here. A man has now been arrested after a case full of puppies was thrown off a bridge into an icy creek. Now, this is something the Morgan County Sheriff's Office is attributing to a combination of hard work and help from people in the community. We've been telling you the puppies were discovered off Burville Road in Morgan County sometime on Christmas Day or the day after. 5 of those puppies reportedly died. However, 1 did survive. The Morgan County Sheriff's Office says their suspect, it's a 24-year-old, not being identified right now, is being held without bond on unrelated charges. The Sheriff's Office adds that it expects to formally charge him with 6 counts of animal cruelty. All right, first responders are moving into Knoxville's new public safety complex at the former St. Mary's Hospital. That big building getting full. Now, we're told in late January, the move-in date is planned for the Knoxville Fire Chief, Stan Sharp, and his administrative staff. The city tells us a complete move-in will actually take place over a 3-month period, with all the departments, including the police department, being relocated by the end of spring. Now, work on the new public safety complex began nearly 3 years ago, and it's not done yet, even though people are starting to settle in.
That doesn't mean there won't be work happening on the site, right? There's still some exterior work. There's still the facade. There's still there's always a punch list phase where there's cleanup work, exterior landscaping.
Now, back to that brick facade. In August, we told you that it was discovered that it was never properly fastened to one of the buildings. And now we're told those repairs are still being set off to the side, at least for now, so people can move in. You know, 2 men who are accused of plotting to attack January 6 investigators and the FBI's Knoxville field office have now entered pleas of not guilty in those cases. Austin Carter of Knoxville, Edward Kelly of Maryville in court today. We also learned the precise charges the 2 men face: Both are charged with conspiracy to kill a federal employee. And Kelly also faces charges of solicitation of a crime of violence and influencing a federal official by threat. Meanwhile, court documents are saying that a trial has been set for these men on February 28th. We've also been telling you that Kelly is accused of taking part in the January 6th breach of the U.S. Capitol. Allegedly, the fourth rioter inside. Federal prosecutors say Kelly managed to get a list of officers who took part in the January 6th investigation. In a court document, the FBI says Kelly and Carter talked with a witness, about plans to kill officers that they found on that list.